Hey, welcome back to another episode of The In-Between. I'm your host, Elizabeth Cheney, and as promised, she's back, y'all. Sherreece Rowe, yes, my girlfriend from Baltimore, is here on the podcast. And she actually was just here in Atlanta, but if you're watching this, you can tell we are not together. And leave it to us just to have too much fun while she's in the city and we can't record because we woke up and we were like, I don't know if I can record today. Same, I'm really sleepy. So we recorded a week later remotely. So anyways, Sherreece, welcome back to the podcast.
Hey, everyone.
We're in our cool glasses if you would like to catch us.
Well, we definitely were supposed to record. We both sound horrible. It was bad. That's because Liz had me out all night. She had me out all night. I was like, oh, this is how you guys party in the A? I've been missing out.
And for everybody listening who knows me, you're like, Liz being out all night? Yeah, that's her. Only when Sherreece isn't down. Only when Sherreece isn't down. But for those who are new to the podcast, real quick history. I kind of like how Sherreece and I met. I know a lot of times I talk about meeting friends on the internet, and although that's not exactly how we met, it's a way we got close. So it's a really not weird, but like funny story. Stan's my husband, for those who don't know. He was on a sales call, and Sherreece was the person on the other end calling for her company. And they start talking, and she shares that she has a podcast, and he's like, oh, my wife has a podcast. This was like in 2022. And so instantly I hear this, my interest is piqued. I run out, we connect on Instagram, and then boom, the rest is history. And now we have gotten to know each other very well. We've even met in person, and I love you, and I love our relationship. And I just, there is no right way to meet people. There is no wrong way to meet people, I guess is what I was trying to say.
We were like virtual pen pals, and then you can't be virtual pen pals. I don't know.
No, kind of. Virtual hype girls. Virtual friends, supporters, creative connoisseurs. Yeah. Yes.
Okay. So, if you meet anyone like on the internet or through someone and then on the internet, just make sure that you do have like FaceTime calls and you tags and see what the vibes are. So when you meet in person, it won't feel weird because it didn't feel weird.
It did not. It felt like we'd known each other for like decades. At least that's how it felt for me.
Yeah, it was natural. I was actually very nervous. I was like, okay, is that her pulling up? Okay, do I hug her? Is she a hugger?
It's like a first date, but like friends.
Yeah. She runs out the car and she's like, I'm gonna hug you. I'm like, okay. Good. We're huggers. It worked.
Good. I was like, I think I warned you. I was like, by the way, I'm a hugger. I hope that's okay. Like, yeah, I love hugs. And then I was like, I'm jumping on you. So, I do what I do. But anyways, yes, that is how we met. I love showing that story. I think it's fun. And, what's funny is I really wasn't nervous. I was like, oh my God, I'm going to smother her and we're going to be best friends. So that's funny that you were nervous. Probably because you're like, I hope this bitch doesn't get me.
Everyone was like so worried. Sherreece, did you turn on your location? Where are you? Did you meet her? Is she with her husband? Are you okay? Like, what's going on? But everyone was cool. I was like, I'm fine, mother. It's okay.
I hope your mother loves me after our FaceTime. Like when I come to Baltimore, I expect to be one of the children. I expect to be your sister.
She's excited. She's waiting. I said that you guys probably won't come until like maybe next year, but we're gonna have a good time, just like I did in Hotlanta.
Yeah. We'll see what happens. You know me, I'm trying to get all my ducks in a row, and hopefully when I get some said ducks in a row, I'll have a better schedule, and I can maybe I can come this year. You never know. You never know. So that's what we'll do. But let's talk about you a little bit. So for those who maybe didn't hear our episode, I think it was like early in 2023 is when that came out. You wear many, many hats, and you are a very, very creative person with multiple creative hats. It's one of the things I love one of the many things I love about you, because I feel like it's not even that you're always pivoting, but you're always like one of my favorite things to say is jump and the net will appear. Leap and the net will appear. And I feel like you're always leaping and seeing what will come from it. Let me try this. Let me do this. I mean, you were a solo podcaster and then you have like another podcast coming out. You are a film writer. You're trying to get your own production like created, produced, and put on the web. Like you do so many amazing things. So I'll give the mic to you.
Yeah. Well, you pretty much summed it up. I do so many different things. Um, so many different things. Yeah, that's the Baltimore thing. That I let Liz in on with the do and the to that everyone says that we say, which is not completely not true. But yeah. So
because one guy called it out. One guy we met was like, "Oh, I do. I hear that."
he like really went in. We were like out one night. I think it might have been Friday night. Or was it Saturday night? But we had went out in town. They took me out to like a little strip. I think it was called Virginia Highlands. And this guy, he was from Alabama. And he was like, oh yeah, it came up that was from Baltimore. He was like, oh, and then he just started going do to, like he just started saying the words, and I'm like, okay, like calm down. He was like, yeah, you guys are like do to you, and we do. Sorry, it's
well.
nasty.
I do want to say when I asked you like, what's an accent? For everyone listening, this was her response. I said, so what's a Baltimore accent? All she responds with is to. Do, and I'm just looking at her like blank look like 2 + 2 = 4. What are you talking about? I don't understand.
I did.
And then she's like, well, this is what we sound like, but it cracked me up. And then of course I picked up on it all weekend. I was like, there it is, that ooh.
Yeah, it's very much there. But I definitely looked at her and I was like, 2.
Yeah, that's literally all you said.
I'm like, 2. And she's like, okay, why are you saying 2?
I'm like, y'all, I don't know.
But yes, I am currently planning another podcast with another good friend of mine. He's actually an actor and comedian. He's doing very well. So we're collaborating on a new podcast, the Inconvenient Truths podcast. I'm also working on the web series. So I wrote my first 3-part mini web series called Love Johns, and pretty much it's like drama romance. So I'm very excited about it because it's like my first project that I wrote and I'm directing on my own. And I do have a production crew, cameramen and things like that. But like, I'm just like really proud that I finally got it done. And when I was down in the A, Liz definitely looked at it and did some suggestions throughout the script. I had printed a hard copy, but I'm excited about that. I've actually been bartending and things like that too. But this is my big project, so hopefully it will be releasing in the fall, and we should be filming in the next 2 weeks. So I hope you guys.
I think it's very impressive, and you should be proud.
Thank you.
Seriously, because writing a script is not easy because you have to think about, like, when you're writing a script, it's more than just a story. Like, as in a book, you can write out the scene you want to envision. But with a script, you have to think of every single thing in the script, in the actions, in the text, in the emotions, because otherwise, how are the viewers going to get it? So you should be proud because it's not an easy feat, and it was really good, and it was entertaining, and I was like, this will be great. So, like, it's one of those things where, like, you get the whole picture, but, you know, once someone picks it up, because I feel like they could, because it's like the thing about this whole story, and I do want to humble brag on you, is it's like an original idea, kind of. Like, it's just different. I don't feel like I've seen it. I can see it for what it is, and I can also see it play out and even more. You know what I mean? Like, it's just, it's a great idea. I wish you were filming it in the A, but whatever. I understand you live in Baltimore, but.
I should. My first day, I walked through a movie set, and Liz is like, oh, yeah, that happens all the time. I'm like, oh yeah. I'm in the wrong city then.
Yeah.
But
we make it look like Baltimore.
Yeah. But yeah, it was it's an accomplishment. I also just graduated.
Yes, you did.
My bachelor's in communications. So I'm planning on going to New York Film Academy in the fall. just to take some of their production workshops, like a 6-week course. That's my plan. But yeah, it's definitely gonna be more to come. Maybe I'll write. See the Baltimore accent. Our story. I'll write a story about us.
I love it.
Put a little spin to it. You know, maybe I do come down to Atlanta and like you like kidnap me.
Love it. In this hat, can this hat be in it?
Hat.
Okay.
And like, yeah, the hat can be like a staple in the movie.
Okay.
That's how they find me. We can like line up clues, and then like the hat is like found, and they like dust it for prints on the tag.
I love it. There we are. There we go. We'll have a little Fear and Loathing in Las Vegas, a little Tu Wong Fu, and then some Bonnie and Clyde. We'll just make it happen.
Speaking of Tu Wong Fu, one thing about Liz, she knows that movie front and back, inside, in front and back, inside.
Yep.
So.
And I've known it since I was like 5 before I knew what any of the themes meant. So like I was quoting that movie and probably like making my mother like roll in her, like just roll. Like, yeah, I almost said roll in her grave. And I'm like, why would I say that?
It's okay. But yes, definitely know that movie from front and back. But I definitely enjoyed my time in Atlanta. I would like to visit again. I'm not sure if that's like a place I would move. It's not given, it doesn't remind me of the city.
No, it's not like a real city.
Yeah, but it was fun. Like, it was interesting. Up north, which Maryland is a southern state, was one of the first southern states. I just want to throw that out there because we had a little debate about that.
I was waiting for that. No. Pause. For the audience listening, do you consider Maryland, Baltimore, Maryland, a northern state or a southern state? Because every single person we surveyed agreed with me that it is a northern state, but Sherreece is under the illusion it's a southern state.
First of all, everyone we asked lived in a southern state. And probably did not know that Maryland was one of the southern states. We are on the, what is the name of it? Because I can just get it right here.
It was in the Mason-Dixon line?
Yes, thank you. So because we are on the Mason-Dixon line, that makes us a southern state.
I'm going to make this a clip, and I'm going to poll people, and we're going to find out. We're going to find out, like, at the end of the day, is Maryland a northern state or a southern state? Who claims Maryland?
Southern state. Be smart, guys. Southern state.
No.
But yeah.
We'll agree to disagree. But yeah, that was fun. I feel like that was like one of our little like shticks the whole weekend. So, do you think this is a southern state?
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, definitely.
But no, I agree with you. It's not really a city. It's like it kind of what makes Atlanta unique. But for everyone who knows me, we all know like I hate our public transportation or lack thereof. So like it's those things where I'm like, but it's not a real city. So you know how it goes, how it be. But
yeah, but I did have fun. It felt silly. Like, I mean, that's one thing that was crazy about it. Like, we walked past and like some a crowd was like dancing on what was that? What was it called? We just came off the sky. What's it called?
Outline.
Outline.
Oh yeah, there was a bunch of like they were like breakdancing or something.
Yeah, and I was like, oh, this is cool, but it was giving like New York vibes back in the 80s. However, I was like, this is dope because I don't see that like around my city anymore. I mean, we are known for like our club dancing, like very popular for that, and a lot of people who aren't from Baltimore take that and they try to capitalize off of it. People from like Cali and Florida. And I mean, it's cool, but just give us our credit for that. Give us our credit. But when I saw that, I was like, oh, this is cool. And it was giving city vibes. It was a little bit of graffiti, not like bad graffiti, like art graffiti around. And they were like, and I was like, okay. And I went to record them, didn't know my light was on. I was like, oh, like didn't want to be obvious. But I think it was a good time. Yeah. Is it?
I'm cracking up.
It was just so many different things that happened on this trip that some of them I felt bad about. You get to a new city and you explore. You explore the food.
Yes.
Places. But I will go ahead and let you if you want to talk about the cheesesteak.
Oh my goodness.
I was
cracking up.
Like, oh my
No,
gosh.
you weren't getting on my nerves. I felt bad, but I also will argue, like, who puts mayonnaise on a cheesesteak? Probably everyone from the north.
Oh my.
But I take her to one of my favorite sandwich places in the city, and me and Stan talk this place up. We are like, this is the most amazing meal you're gonna have this whole trip. Like, you're gonna like pass out, come back to life. Like, this is the creme de la creme. And it's Fred's meat and bread, which I still stand on that hill that I love it. I think it's just a fluke. But the first thing is, well, she's like, well, what comes on the sandwich? And I'm like, I'm thinking, like, I'm sure they do cheesesteaks differently up there, because I know, like, it's like Cheese Whiz and all this kind of crazy shit.
No, that's in Philly, but yeah.
Oh, is that just Philly?
That's Philly.
So he tells her, and she's like, well, can I get, like, mayonnaise? Can I get, like, tomato? And he's like, sure. Well, our food comes out, and hers is, like, a little bit cooler. It's, like, colder compared to ours. And it was, like, noticeably. And it's supposed to be scalding hot. So we're like, no, we'll go get this fixed. And the guy was super cool. He's like, yeah, I'll take care of it. So within, like, 10 minutes, you get your sandwich. And we open it. And it is, like, for lack of better words, it looks like someone jizzed on this sandwich. Like, it was just so much white shit. And of course that must have been the mayonnaise. And I don't know why they felt the need to like dump the whole thing of mayonnaise on it this time. And I'm assuming it spread because it was so hot, but it was not, you could not eat it. It was inedible. Like, it was not a thing. So she was a trooper. She was like, oh, Lizzie, it's okay. Like, it's fine. I'm like, no, that looks like shit. I would not eat that. Like, bleh. So that was round one.
Yeah. And I was so disappointed. Well, one, like, I was like, they did hype up the subs. They hyped it up. I was like, okay, this is going to be the best cheese stick I've ever had. I'm like, what's on it? They're like, meat, cheese, and onions. What? I'm like, that's it? Just meat, cheese, and onions. And I'm a sauce girl. So I eat my cheesesteaks with meat, cheese, fried onions, mayo, tomato, maybe lettuce here and there, a little hot, American cheese. And when I got the remake, I was like, okay, I'm just going to, try it. But it was just so much mayonnaise on it. I didn't even have to bite it for the mayonnaise to fall off of the sandwich.
No, it was like, don't go chasing mayonnaise falls. Like, that's what it was. Like, it was
You can tell people don't order like mayonnaise on the sandwich.
Let's just say, like, what do they call it in porn when it's like the money shot? Like, that's what it looked like. Like, it was just, it was not okay. Then I made your ass walk everywhere, which.
Oh my God. I lost 19 pounds on Lizzie. If that's a halfway South Park reference, if you've seen the new episode. Yeah. You had me walking everywhere. Like,
I did tell you we would.
You did. I didn't expect to really be like walking everywhere. It was part of the reason to walk is 18 minutes. I'm like, oh, how far is it? She's like, oh, it's only like 18 minutes. It's like an 18-minute walk. What? It takes me 20 minutes to walk a mile. Like, and it's hot. Georgia heat is nothing to play with. Like,
no, I'm trying to keep my shit together, but I'm giggling because, like, you're right. What a psychopath. I'm just like, it's just a quick 20-minute hike.
Even Stan was like, babe, we should bird. I'm like, I'm with Stan. Let's get on the birds. Because she just want to walk.
I'm gonna pee my pants.
I said, Liz, you are a walking fool. Mm-mm.
Oh, my cheeks hurt. In my defense, I do think that one walk to Krog was a little over a mile. So it wasn't too far off from a mile.
Bro, I was like, okay. Every morning I woke up and I said, all right, Sherreece, be prepared to walk today. Because as soon as Liz comes to pick you up, you're walking the rest of the way. We park and walk. That's what we did. We parked and we walked.
I can't. Like, my cheeks hurt so bad right now.
I'm going to just my phone for that.
Do what?
PW. Park and walk. That's going to be any name in my phone.
It's what you do in Atlanta. Oh, I can't breathe. Hey, I will say your hotel was like literally a hop, skip, and a jump from my place. Like it was like literally 6 minutes. Well, that was nice. Although you
Yeah.
had quite the entertainment at the hotel. I hear
Yeah.
from waiting on
Yeah.
me.
Oh my God. Yeah. Yeah, probably won't stay there again. Okay. It wasn't the location was perfect. The location was perfect
Yeah,
as far
location
as
was perfect.
but too many I guess regular people because I was kind of like downtown,
Yeah,
right with Midtown. Yeah. So too many
you were like right in the
people
line.
right on my okay. Yeah. I saw man, I don't want to talk about what I saw. But I was like, yep, time to go. I'm gonna go ahead and go back in my room. I'm not gonna sit out here and catch any more breezes because I might catch something else. I don't know what's happening out here. So a lot of activity. I'm just like, okay, all right.
Just normal Atlanta bullshit. You know, there's the crack guy on the corner. There's the homeless guy trying to fight the crack guy for said crack. Like it
I
just
wasn't
is
even
a
gonna
thing.
say it. I was just gonna leave it up to the imagination. But
Oh,
yeah, those are the
well,
things that I saw.
yeah. You saw some crazy shit. I'm not gonna lie.
Those are
We're
the
like,
things I
damn, you
saw.
were here for how many nights? 4 nights, and you saw all that? My goodness. Yeah.
Yeah, I was like, yeah. Oh wow. And they talk about Baltimore. It's like, I'm just joking. No, but for real. And no, I did not say, "Oh, this feels like home." I was just like, "What's happening?" Not at the Grand Hotel. Okay, all right, pretty grand here. But all right. Mm.
Oh my god, I'm dead. I'm cracking up. Jeez. Um. Well, it overall the trip was a success because it was a lot of fun. But
Yeah,
we kicked it off with a shitty sandwich and a hell of a lot of walking.
yeah.
But we birded. You sprained your wrist or hand or something birding. It definitely wasn't Murphy's Law. What could go wrong would go wrong. But I do feel like we had a very good equal plane of like shit and then shit, this is fun.
Absolutely, I agree. I agree. Oh my gosh, like, okay, are we talking about this trip?
Yeah, let's talk about this trip. Let's talk about this trip.
All right, so Liz took me to the Claremont Hotel.
Claremont
um,
Lounge.
yeah,
Yeah.
lounge to see some old ass strippers. It was
For those who
fun.
don't know, it's a novelty. It's a novelty experience. It's a strip club, but I want you to throw out every idea you have of a strip club because this is not it.
Yes, definitely not. They don't even have a pool. Okay.
No. Your feet are sticking to the ground. One.
Yeah, yeah,
Um no, the strippers range in ages from probably 21 to like 87.
yeah,
So there's that.
yeah.
Um a lot of them like some of them dance, some of them just kind of walk around. They're like, "Look at these tits."
That's how the
And
one
this is
lady
them.
was.
If you're watching this, this is what they look like. They're just like blanket face, like, "Oh, is this what you want? Okay, let me go to this side. Is this what you want?" And they're wearing like stockings and flip flops. So picture what that looks like. We're talking
Yeah,
about one in particular, one person in particular, and
yes.
she's out there doing the Lord's work, but like, she looked like she'd rather be in 37 other places than that. Like she looked
I,
like she woke up, like someone pulled her out of bed and said, "You need to go walk around in circles." That's what she did.
and she was doing it to Mary J. Blige just fine. The song is like, if you know it, like it's like I
Say
can't sing.
fine,
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 fine.
fine. Ooh,
Woo!
it's like a woman empowerment. Like I'm doing good. I'm owning my shit. I'm confident. And then she's just like,
Just walking around with her titties in her hand. From side to side and flip
I,
flops.
and with flip flops with stockings. Like we cannot forget the stockings. Like I just,
I was sitting next to Liz. She said, I feel so bad for her. I was like, why? She's like, because she's fucking boring.
I mean, it was like the vibe went down real quick. Like so
Yeah,
quick. Yeah, no. It
yeah,
was and then you had my husband who was like, "Look at these titties. You want to throw some money? Oh my god, look at this." Like he was like just like having the time of his life. Like
yeah.
he was trying to get me and Sherreece to like dance and he was really trying to like be the hype man. It was fun. It was a good time, but we closed that shit down. Like we were there till
Yeah.
close and
And,
that's
which,
why we didn't record because we were out till 3 in the morning.
and please do not keep Liz out to 3 in the morning because she turns into this person. She
First of all, We were all hammered, and it's almost 4 a.m. And Sherreece is like, I gotta get a Black and Mild, and I'm like, no, you do not. We need to go to
I didn't
bed.
know we were telling viewers that I smoked Black and Miles, but yes, I needed a cigar, and it was 3 a.m. And instead of, I feel like Liz was like, yeah, we probably shouldn't go get one around here, but we're all lit, and she's like, it's freaking. I'm keeping it PG. It's freaking 4 o'clock in the morning. I'm like, okay.
Because you and Stan both were like, we could go. And I'm like, no, we are going home. Like,
she said it was beeping 4 o'clock in the morning about 50 times. She was pissed.
Because
I was like, oh, maybe we don't stay out this long. I mean, it's been a long time since I stayed out that late because it was 4 o'clock.
Same here.
Yeah,
I don't. I just like, yeah. Do what?
I said the place didn't close until like 3, right? So
yes, although they quit like serving us at 2:30.
Yeah.
Like not just us, but like everyone. Like they start shutting down like 30 minutes before they close. But it's that kind of place that you don't want to linger anyway. But yeah, because we stayed outside for like almost an hour talking to everybody, and I was like, all right, I'm hitting a wall. I'm hitting a wall. I thought we were all hitting a wall. Instead, no. Sherreece and Stan are like, let's keep playing. Like I don't know. Let's just keep being hyper. I'm like, I've hit a wall.
So we were not hype. One, you were tired. Stan now. Okay, so Liz likes to walk. Stan likes to talk. So Stan met someone. They had something in common. Both of the guys, they're just talking. Liz is like, it's freaking 4 o'clock in the morning. It's freaking. And Stan's like, okay, we're gonna leave. She's like, no, I need a bed. I need to go to bed. I'm like, let's get her home. Let's get her home, cause.
I need
But yeah,
to.
that was a fun night. That was a fun night.
It was a fun night.
Yeah.
It was a fun night.
That's the first time I saw you upset.
Well, I wasn't really like upset. I was just.
It's okay.
Maybe to you.
And you were upset.
Well, I say you haven't seen me upset then. That was just, it's late. We're getting our asses home. I'm taking both your asses home. We're going home. I'm fucking tired. Like, I can't do this anymore. It's 4 a.m. Yeah. The sun is coming up in an hour.
Then I packed a spend a night bag just in case, because we were going out and we were going to be out late. And I took my spend a night bag to Liz's house. And so we are leaving and we're catching the Uber to my hotel. And I'm like, well, okay. So I get there and I'm like, we pull up and I'm like, well, Liz, my spend a night bag is at your house. I don't know why we came here. And she's like, well, you didn't say anything. I'm like, I thought that was the plan. Like, I thought we knew this. I thought, but it was all good. We had a good time. I got dropped off. That was one of the nights where I saw some things outside the hotel because I didn't go straight into the hotel.
Because you were hype. What? I'm just kidding.
But yeah, it just was it was a time. It was definitely a time. It was a time.
It was.
I met some guy from Baltimore that night.
Oh yeah.
From a specific area. And I feel like, did you ask me, is that like a place you want to visit? Or like, well, maybe when we were on the phone with my mom. But
yes, that was with your phone with your mom. You were like, oh, this is like the joke.
Yeah, I was like, he was from Park Heights. And she's like, oh, is this someone? I'm like, no.
No.
You're not going there. But that's why he moved to Atlanta. He changed his life around. And he was like, yeah, you should move down here.
Oh, wait, this was the grill guy.
No, it was his friend.
Oh.
Atlanta's wild. You got to do a lot to get a lot in Atlanta. I didn't know that until that night.
Can we say that story? So the guy was talking. I thought he was the one, but the red shirt was from Baltimore. This guy was the guy in the white shirt. Okay. Yeah. We're talking, and we were all dancing at some point, and he was talking about grills or something, and you were like, oh, I've always wanted one. And then what did he say? He was like,
I was like, he was talking. I was like, oh, you have grills. And, in the A, Paul Wall and all that. So I'm like, oh, you have grills. I always wanted some. Can you get me some grills? And I said it just like that. It was really nice.
Yeah, it was really sweet. It was kind of cute. It was not a big deal.
You said, I said, can you give me some grills? He said, can I fuck you? And I was taken back. I was taken so far back.
I'm
And I was like,
dead.
I gotta have sex with you for some teeth?
She said I gotta fuck for some teeth.
That is what I said. But
That was the quote of the weekend. I swear to goodness. I kept repeating it. I was like, you want to fuck for some teeth?
I said, Atlanta, Atlanta, Atlanta. It is time to go. Not for some grills. And then he tried to justify why he said it. So I do respect that he tried to explain why he thought that was okay for him to say. He basically was like, I asked him for some grills, and though, I'm cool, I have to give him something for it. That's basically what he said. And he was like, my old lady's at home. She doesn't have to work or this, that, and the third. I'm like, what does this have to do with you buy me grills? And then he's like, if I'm seeing you, then yeah, you can get some grills. But, I need a little something, something. I was like, you know what? Don't worry about it. Just keep it. I'm cool. It's all good. It's all good. Oh, and
we're good.
So teeth, you got to pay for teeth down there. You have to pay DJs to play songs.
Oh my I was God. Waiting for that. We went to Virginia Highlands, and I took her to Dark Horse. One of my girlfriends used to bartend there, so that's why I went. She wasn't there, obviously, but well, not obviously, like you guys would know that. But we show up, and like the way Dark Horse works, there's like multiple layers to the bar. So we go to the very, very top bar, which is called, I think, the Warren, and it took it a while for it to finally kind of get bumping a little bit because we wanted to dance, and we weren't sure about the DJ because she kind of kept playing like house music, and then she played like hits or like dance music, but then it go back to house music, and you're like, all right, this is not the vibe. So we were like, we want to hear like a G6 because that's a fun like get hype song, and Cher went up there and was like, hey, can I make a recommendation? They're like, you gonna tip?
Yeah, the dude was like, yeah, you gotta tip her to play your song. I was like, what? Tip her what? I mean, if you want to hear it, what? So see, in Baltimore, we don't do that because we also we are no fellow DJs. But in Baltimore, you ask someone to play a song, either they going to say, all right, I got you, and they going to play it, or they going to fit it in at the end, but they are not going to say, give me $10 for it.
No, they're not.
I was like, what? So then, so she played it.
She
did. Right? About an hour later.
Yeah.
About an hour later, she played it, and she played about a good 17 seconds of the song. Right?
I think it was 16, but yes.
It was very short. So I come out the bathroom. I'm like, because I'm like, oh, wait for this. So I come out, and the guy who's with the DJ who told me I needed to tip, he was standing at the bar. So I said, I tapped him on the shoulder. I said, I see she's playing it. And he was like, yeah, you got a little bit of it. You want to tip her? What? No, I'm not. No. Girl, go to hell. No, thank you. We're good. We'll dance to other things. As soon as you find your rhythm again, we'll pick it back up and we'll work with it.
Yeah. And then we went to the Claremont Lounge, and we lost ourselves. Or I guess I lost myself. Sherreece found herself. I don't know. Yeah. I'm just kidding.
There was a lot of motorboating going on.
Yeah, it's a wild, wild experience. Again, if you've never been to Atlanta, I highly recommend you go there and when you visit because it's worth it. Like, would you say it was worth it, Cher?
I will definitely say it was worth it. It was a much needed friend vacation. Even though you didn't really get to go anywhere. I mean, you were home.
But I got to show you everywhere. That's what matters.
Yeah. So it was cool for that. Atlanta was a vibe. Like it was very I guess I don't want to say like mixy, but I didn't expect it to kind of be like really diverse. Everywhere like we kind of like went.
Really?
Yeah, I didn't expect that with Atlanta at all. Like literally everywhere we went was pretty diverse. But it was a good time. It was a good time. Yeah, I enjoyed myself. I would definitely come again, hang with you again, weekend it again,
Walk everywhere again.
Negative. Now I know how to ride I mean, I rolled those things before, but now, I got to just hold on and just let the wind take you and don't be afraid, and don't wear flip flops. Because every time we birded, I had on flip flops.
And I
Like,
told you to wear walking shoes. I said, bring walking shoes. I
I do
did.
not remember that. I do not remember that. And I
You said, what
definitely
should I pack? I was like, maybe some walking shoes.
I should have took the hint there, huh? I should have took the hint too. But yeah, no, definitely not birding everywhere. I mean, definitely not walking everywhere. Definitely gonna have a little side money for birding. Period. At least like 150 because I'm
That's
not
so
going.
expensive. It was like $10 just to go 5 minutes. It was like kind of wild. I was like shocked. I have to say, I laughed so hard all weekend. Like how we're giggling right now, that was the entire weekend. Like we just got along so well. Our banter was on point, and I don't know, I laughed so hard. That was one thing I told Stan after you left Monday. I was like, I'm really sad. I was like, oh my God, like I haven't laughed like that in such a long time. Just a constant, consistent giggling. Like we were just constantly getting into like not messes, but like little things. And your commentary on everything is just honestly chef's kiss. It's so fucking funny, and I just it was a joy. It was so much fun. Hopefully I didn't scar you with the walking and or it's 4 a.m. bitch, we're going to bed. But
No, it's definitely past my bedtime. The walking was cool. Everyone needs a little exercise here and there. You just overdo it.
you're so polite.
No,
Yo,
but
I made her ass walk everywhere. Like she's being really nice. Like I was like, let's walk.
everyone was walk, 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 walk. But your car's right here. Walk, walk, walk. But no, I'm glad that we both enjoyed our time. I'm glad that we finally like got to meet each other. And it worked out because, oh, what if you ever think if you meet someone, out of town and then like, imagine if we didn't mesh well. And now
Oh yeah.
I'm like stuck in the city. And granted, you didn't have to come back and pick me up. But then that's going to be weird. It's like, yeah, she just gonna stay. She just came to Atlanta to just stay a weekend in a hotel. I could have did that anywhere. But I'm glad that we did connect. I'm glad that it was a genuine and neutral feel because it definitely could have gone like a different way. But I think because we had built a relationship beforehand too,
Yep.
that it worked out too. And yeah, and her husband was such a trooper. He was such a trooper. He pretty much hung out with us.
Oh, he loves you.
So,
He loves you. I mean, I won't lie. So I thought he was going to be out of town this weekend, but I got it confused with the weekend before. So when I was like, oh, wait, you're going to be in town for Sherreece, he's like, well, yeah, like I wouldn't miss that. So yeah, he is the reason we're friends. If we really had to give to, and he definitely let us know that several times. Like, y'all wouldn't even be friends without me.
He did. We had to make sure we give him like a trophy or something.
Yeah.
Especially like every friendiversary, we can't leave Stand out.
No, this would not exist without him.
Or something that says like #1 connector or something like that.
What's so funny is for anyone who knows Stan knows that's not him. Like that's like me. I'm that person. So that's hysterical that you have this version of Stan that I don't think anyone else has.
Yeah, it was a good time.
Oh God, but it's real though. I mean, he connected us, that's for sure. I feel like Sunday, which was like our hangover day, that's when we were talking like this, and I'm like, Sherreece, I don't know if I can record today because I sound half dead. That was like our be lazy and shoot the shit day. And I don't know, I was kind of in a creative funk about some things, and I feel like you not just pulled me out of that, but it was I don't want to say reminder because I don't think it was a reminder, but it showed me how important it is to have creative friends. And I don't mean to say none of my friends are creative. Of course my friends are creative. Stan's creative. He paints, right? But what I mean is somebody who is like in this with you, whether they're trying to podcast, whether they're trying to vlog, whether they're trying to write movies and film them and star in them, direct them, all the things, like being a creator in the creative space, online, whatever. It's really important to have that because, yeah, Stan can help me, my mom can help me, my friends can help me, but sometimes I need someone who's in it, who knows it, and I feel like that's what you gave me. And it was like another reason, another check mark why I really like appreciate and love our friendship and relationship, and even more so because of that connection and that shared creativity element, you were able to help get me out of my hole. So I don't know. It's a good reminder that meet your friends on the internet. It's okay, and have people in your corner in the same circles or same spaces as you, because that helps. You know,
Yeah.
like we're not huge yet. We will one day, but right now we need all the help we can get in terms of like, am I doing this right? Am I crazy? Like just to help remove that imposter syndrome. So
Hmm.
that's one thing else that I really appreciate, and I'm glad we got to have that, even if we were very hungover and did not get our recording done.
Yeah, and you helped me as well, and it is very important. I do agree. It's important, just like you said, to have friends who are also creative because, like you said, it's a different understanding. It's a different understanding, a different look into
Hmm.
what challenges may arise too. You know, like you said, with blogging or writing or speech or coming up with an idea of what to talk about, it's different from asking family and friends who have no interest in it. One, um,
Right.
and always see it from the outside looking. Am I saying that? Yeah, the outside looking in. You know, they
Right.
can give you a little bit of pointers here and there, but the pointers won't even be. Sometimes they're not even relatable to the space that you're in. They'll
Right.
go so far left with advice that you're like, that's not even what I asked you.
Right.
But so I'm glad that I could do that for you, and I'm glad that you helped me out as well. Like I mentioned earlier, you definitely, I have pulled some of your suggestions from our
Yay.
script and I have implemented them because it made sense. Like you helped me to realize too that even though, I wrote that screenplay in like maybe a week and a half and I wrote it quick, but when to have someone who will actually sit down and read 27 pages, I think is it 27 pages?
I think it was like
Like
27, something like that.
yeah, that will read all of this that, like on a Sunday after being hungover, it's like she sat in a little corner, she's like, yeah, now before I write in this, I'm like, is it okay? Yeah, like
Yeah.
do it. So you need friends like that because yes, please help me. Like
Right.
help me if you can. I don't think anything is wrong with that. And if
Yeah.
anyone ever tells you that it's weird to meet friends on the internet, that's because they're afraid to do something like that and they're too comfortable in their own bubbles because the world is about meeting people, period. Like, it's
Yes.
okay to step out of your box or your circle or your city and try something different. And hopefully just pray for the best or wish for the best, whatever your thing is. That when you do go visit someone, because Atlanta and trafficking, but when you go visit them, you won't be trafficked, you won't be kidnapped, you'll come home in one piece. It's life. The universe
Yep.
just,
Well,
those
I ain't gonna
things
let
that
that happen to you, girl. I
well,
ain't gonna
I
let
can
that
find
happen to you. But
so yeah.
it's so true. And like, I don't know. It's fun. It's funny we're talking about this because I feel like in the past couple months or so on episodes, like I have referenced meeting friends on the internet a lot,
Mhm.
or at least I think I have. It feels like it. I'm talking to somebody about it, probably myself. Um, and it's not weird in my opinion. Plus, like we are 30, like we're like I'm 33,
Yeah.
you're 33, right? Like
Yeah.
we are busy, we have shit going on. I can't just go like to every social situation or social hangout to meet people.
Mhm.
Honestly, I think it's easier to meet people on the internet because then I can, oh, you're podcasters, so I already know that you're in a space that I would like to, like explore more of. Um
Mhm.
and like I know Sherreece already talked about this, but like don't just meet someone, message, and then like, oh, let's get together. No, like you should call beforehand. Like we had a couple of FaceTimes. I mean, we've
Mhm.
been friends for like a year and a half now. Like
Yeah, we actually
texting, we
been through
talk on the
some.
phone every once in a while. Like we connect. Like I feel like maybe I don't know everything in your life, but I know a lot. I feel like
Yeah, I
I know
think
the
we've been
big
through
things,
some
and
things. Yeah,
same
we've been through
here
some
with
things
you.
together. In the past two
So
years, we've definitely been through some things together. So we've had some trials and tribulations, and supporting each other through those things.
yeah.
Like I think you can. I think people think too hard about things. Like you only can be there how you can and how you show up. And I think that real friends and
Mm,
real creators, whether it's with personal or with work, they'll understand that. And if anyone feels like you aren't like really showing up like you should, whether it's a friend you met on the internet or your friend that you've been friends with since you were 11, speak up. We're grown. We're in our 30s. So I think
yeah.
that you have definitely been a great friend. She sent me flowers for graduation and we didn't meet yet. This was like what, about 3 weeks ago. earlier this
Yeah.
month. No, yeah, last month. Yeah, so
Yeah.
over a month
It
ago.
was May.
And she didn't have to do that. Like, even though we've been friends, so when she's like, I'm sending you something, I'm like, what? And they were
Well, I knew how much
beautiful.
of a big deal it was for you. Like I knew like your journey and like all the things, and I was like, this is such a big accomplishment. I want to make sure you feel so like so so beautiful, so high on your pedestal, so worthy of how proud you should be. That's all.
Yeah, and I did, and I really needed that because, like you said, it's been a long little road. Things have happened on for both of us that are a lot, and I really did appreciate that, and that's why I made sure I brought you a birthday gift because even
Which are
though
these little cute glasses. I actually like them because they make this like halo light not near as bright. So I feel like as I notice on some of the recordings I'll be like this, and I'm like, ooh, but these I'm like, ooh, I can make my eyeballs very bright and you can see them. That's nice. So
but yeah, it was a good
just being
time. I'm
silly.
glad. But yeah.
So giggles, online friends, and creative spaces. That is our three, I guess, things. Yeah, great word choice. Our three things of this episode. That and you got to do some crazy things for some things around Atlanta, apparently.
Yeah,
But
absolutely.
and don't order mayonnaise on a cheesesteak down here.
Yeah, no, just get inside.
No, seriously.
Yeah.
So, a little transitioning a little bit off of the Atlanta subject before we finish this episode. We talked about how you wear many, many hats in the creative space, and part of that is also like trying different things out. And I feel like being open to whatever door opportunity may present itself. And I was just, do you want to share or just what's next for Sherreece? What are you talked about going to the New York Film Academy, and then also like what has brought you to this path?
So honestly, I don't know what is. I mean, I know what's next for me. Like, what's next for me is for me to, like, I see myself like on this path of getting to actually work in television and film. So I know that that's, I guess, what's next for me. I used to have an event production company. I had a bartending company. I taught classes and taught people how to make, cocktails. And I also bartend at special events and things like that. I have interviewed celebrities. So I guess I was kind of like a journalist at some point too.
Wow, you've
Um,
run even more hats than I thought.
yeah, I've done that, and I didn't find that joy in doing those things. Now the interviewing cool because you get to meet people, but I didn't find joy in it as much as I found joy in acting. Like, I've been in feature films. I've been in House of Cards, a movie called Better Living Through Chemistry, if you've ever seen it. I have been in numerous plays throughout DC, Virginia, Pennsylvania. Went to acting school. Went to the Baltimore School of the Arts. So I play the trumpet. I play softball. I've been playing trumpet since the third grade. I play the
You really
snare
do
drum.
everything. You do
Yeah, I play
everything.
brass. And a lot of people don't know that, but I didn't find joy in all of those things. The only things I found joy in was entertaining. So I've been in and out of entertainment for like the last 20 years. um, and I hate saying don't do that. We're podcasters. But I've been in and out of entertainment for the last 20 odd years. Now I'm getting back into acting. I've been doing stand up and I've been writing my own work, my
Yeah.
own screenplays and films and web series, because I have more than just what I finished, but that's my happy. Entertaining film, making things come to life, that's my happy. Even with portraying characters, that's my happy. Challenging myself to do those things. So that's what I see. I see me being some badass, you know, producer slash writer, maybe even a director, because you can be all of those things.
You can.
I want people to call me and say, hey, I want to be like, how'd you get this number? Because I can't wait till I can see that. How'd you get this number? Who's this? Yeah, well, someone, referred me to you, or I got your number from, oh, I was about to say P. Diddy. Oh, no, not P. Diddy. I knew it was somebody else. But I got your number from, I don't know, Steven Spielberg. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. I know you can make me a Transformer 14. Yeah. And I'll make it dope, but
Yeah.
that's what I see. That's what I see for myself. That's what I want to do. That's where I want to be. And I'm going to get there.
Yeah, you
I'm
will.
gonna get.
Absolutely.
I'll travel to Atlanta for some jobs. I heard, Hot Atlanta. She told me not to call it that, but I heard that it's a lot of production happening in Hot Atlanta, but you also have to be careful too with like what people you work with in production. But it's a good place. I mean, you guys are always filming. You have studios there and
Yeah.
everything. So yeah, if anyone's listening, please reach out. If you want to see what I can do, you want to see my portfolio that I'm putting together, my acting resume, you want to read the scripts, or you want to act. If you want to come to Baltimore and be in this web series, please.
Seriously. I wish I could. Next time you come down, we'll go tour the movie studios. That's the one thing I failed to do for you. But in my defense, a lot of them are like not in Atlanta. I mean, Tyler Perry is, but it's still kind of like not in the city. But we'll go visit that, and we'll visit Trilith because that's like the big one where a lot of the like Marvel movies and stuff are filmed. At least where the sound stages are. So yeah, we'll do that.
Yes.
But I love your creative entrepreneurial spirit. I feel like that's another reason why we connect is the belief that we can and the knowing that we will.
Absolutely.
Oh shit, that was epic.
Yeah.
I'm on a humble brag. I was like, that was good.
That's what sets us apart from everyone else. That's what sets creatives apart from everyone else. It's the will, knowing that you can, knowing that you will, and actually just continuing to work towards it. Like literally, that's how. Watch the McDonald's story. I mean, sheesh. No one believed in what that man was trying to do. He was trying to sell what? What was he selling? Something to restaurants for a minute, and everyone was like, "We don't want that." And then he, came up with that idea of changing McDonald's around, and the owners didn't want that, and he took over McDonald's. I mean,
yep.
He
was like a franchisee or something. He franchised him, and he ended up being the guy that took over it.
That's because he did not quit. He didn't quit. He was like, I think one of the quotes that he says, one of my favorite quotes, and I can't even remember it. I can't remember it, but I think it is nope. I'm gonna go ahead and talk. I'm gonna look at my notes until it's in my notes.
I was gonna say, I feel like this theme is like starting to become a little really relevant to my personal needs at the moment, like not giving up and continuing to fight, continuing to claim and to believe in yourself above all else. Like, this isn't the end. This isn't a no. This isn't a door closed. It's just a pivot. It's just let me just keep at it because I know it's going to happen for me. What?
Oh no! Like I have like a whole thing of notes about this movie and takeaways.
Oh my god! Yeah, you do. Wow, that's some paragraphs. Oh my gosh!
Because that's the guy who took the McDonald's franchise over and made a $1 billion company, Ray Kroc. So I found it. I was just like, wait a minute. Why do I have so many, notes on this? But this is the quote. Man, can I share this quote?
Please.
Nothing is more common than unsuccessful men with talent. Persistence and determination alone are more powerful. That's what he said. So nothing is more common than unsuccessful men with talent. Those are the people who don't go after, they have all the talent, but they don't put in that work and they give up too easily and they don't realize that it may take you years.
Mm-hmm. Oh my God, yes.
But these people who are the successful ones, they don't give up. Persistence and determination alone are more powerful. Persistence and determination, that keeps you going. That's how you get to where you want to be. Once you lose that, well, you might as well just go ahead and dip the fries in the grease. No pun to whoever, works at McDonald's. But, be a manager.
Well, I was going to say, you don't let one no turn you away. You don't let one bad recording make you stop. You don't let one person's negative opinion influence your entire self-worth. Right. And sometimes it's easier said than done.
You don't let 15 no's turn you away either, okay?
Hell yeah. I'm dealing with that right now. I am dealing with that. But that's why having people in your corner that you connect with on so many different levels, but especially like for us, I'll speak to the niche that we're talking about, the creative, endeavor, creative world, the creative life. Have those people, because in those moments when you get those 14 no's and then damn, you get that 15th no, it's going to be a quote like that you're like, shit, I needed to hear that. Thank you for that reminder. Because I don't know, you are by yourself out here, essentially. It's you, yourself, and you. So
Yeah.
find people that make it a little less lonely. Lonely. Find people that make it a little less lonely and help
Yeah.
you be a better version of you. Help you help see what everyone else sees in your worth and your art, whatever that is. Because we always need that reminder. But thank you for
Absolutely.
sharing that quote. That was I needed to hear that today. So thank you for that. See, that quote alone is why we didn't record when we were going to record, because we wouldn't have had that epic wisdom, you know? We would have just been like, yeah, so did you have a good time last night? Yeah, Lizzie, you were a dick. Da-da-da-da-da.
You were pretty though. You were a pretty dick. You were cute.
In my defense, it was great all night until I was like, I've hit a wall. It's time to go to bed.
So don't allow Lizzie to hit walls.
No. And a last thing in my defense, we hung out for like an hour outside after it closed. So I think I was justified in being like, okay, children, it's time to go.
That was Stan's fault. I was only talking because he kept talking. But yeah, it was definitely.
God, I'm dead. I'm
I'm
crying.
I can't. Oh my gosh, you keep saying it wrong. You're like, I'm crying.
What am I saying? How am I saying it wrong?
Ugly, make it rugged. Like you gotta be like, I'm crying. I was like,
I'm
so
crying.
Oh my god,
It does sound very Southern, so I will give you that.
It does, but like like I'm crying. Like if it's funny, like right now, like you have me crying because you are just laughing your ass off. But I'm trying to work on not saying that because unfortunately, I'm just sharing this really quick. My godmother was talking to my mom on the phone, and she said, yeah, Sherreece is always in here crying. She's always crying. That's what she says. I'm crying. And she's not even fucking crying. So I'm gonna
She's crying wolf.
I'm gonna try to like chill on, saying crying. But yeah, I'm gonna chill on it. I'm not gonna say this much.
Well,
yeah,
okay.
I can't wait for you to come down here. Can't wait for you guys to come here.
We were already talking about what we're gonna do, so I can't wait.
Creative and have some fun.
Well, where can all of my listeners find you on the social medias to keep up with you, Missy?
Well, right now I'm not taking any more internet friends. However, no,
applications are closed. She's got one hot mess enough.
But no, you can follow me on Instagram at the at the front row seat, and row is spelled ROWE. So at the front row seat is my Instagram. Facebook is just my name, Sherreece Rowe. Twitter at the front row seat. It gets wild after dark on Twitter. Yeah, Snapchat, row your boat. I play off my last name a lot. So, yeah. So please follow me. TikTok, I think it's the front row seat. Or it might be row me one. I don't know.
I will make sure that I link all the right things.
Yeah.
I will make sure I link all the right things in the show notes because she is row your boat to nonsense, apparently. I'm just kidding.
Yeah, but you can follow me there. Instagram is good. Facebook is good. And like Twitter or TikTok.
And if you're from the north, hang out with her because she's up there.
You said when if you come north south, what did you say?
No, I said if you're from the north, you can probably connect with her easily because she's up there in the northeast.
You know what? Geological. If you look at the map, okay, I'll give you that. I'll give you northeast. Is how they explain where we are on the map. But
you're more like Middle East. That's totally bullshit. That's not what I meant. Wow. As soon as that came out, I was like, wait, that was hard. That was a hard pass. Because I was like, well, you're not the north, south, you're the middle, but that's already been claimed. So, whoops.
It's not Middle East. It's north. Yeah. So yeah, if you're in Maryland, the DMV area, Maryland, DC, Virginia, I'm close to everything.
You are.
North.
You really are.
North.
And you probably are technically the South, but I'm going to keep roasting you on that for as long as I possibly can.
You know we are because you said the whole Mason-Dixon line thing. So that that right there was just the proof in the pudding. So we're south. But it's okay.
True.
I'll let you guys have it. You
True.
can call it whatever you want. We're the best.
All right.
Baltimore
Fair.
girls.
Fair.
Maryland
Fair,
boys.
fair, fair. Well, I can't wait to come visit you. I want you to come visit me again.
Hopefully.
And I think you're the best. So cheers to creative friends and internet friends, and double cheers to creative internet friends. So, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. And we almost, I just want to just say this last thing. Don't, if you really connect with someone like I connect with Liz, like it almost got ruined because she hates Taylor Swift and that's not okay. But we got
Damn.
past it. We got past it, We
I don't
did.
hate her. I just,
You do.
she's not the first person I'm going to listen to.
Yeah. If she's not in your top 10, you hate her.
That is not fair. That is
That's
not
fair.
fair.
But
No,
we worked through that, guys. And
we
we're
did.
okay. We're okay. We're gonna get us some tickets. We're gonna enjoy the show.
On your dime. I'm not paying for
My God.
that. I'm not paying for that, but I'll go with you.
I'm not paying for that. But yeah. So that's that. So we did. You got to work past the bull crap. You gotta have those tough decisions. And we had one of
Those make or breaks. The make or breaks.
Yeah, you gotta have
Is
those
this
make or breaks.
non-Swifty gonna win my appeal? I don't know. So,
But that's it.
oh man, I'm crying. God, I can't even fucking do it. I just can't do it.
Yeah,
I can't do it.
I'm crying because you keep trying to cry and you keep crying.
LOL. I'm just gonna say LOL, and I'm gonna really enunciate.
Yeah. It's not for everybody. It's okay.
I'm
I'm crying not for everybody.
I'm dead. I'm dead. Well, thank you, my boo. And like I said, I will link all of your things in the show notes. And for those listening who may be new here, you can follow me at Elizabethini _ and at in.betweenpod on Instagram and at the In Between Podcast on YouTube and TikTok, which this episode will be there, which I highly suggest you watch it because we all look really cool and I think we're really funny and we do some funny things that you're only going to see if you watch it. So, and on that note, I'll see you next week. Bye.
All right, bye.